All right, I'm here with a workaround for those of you who like the Talkback plugin, but don't want to wait for the AAX64 version to be released so you can use it with Pro Tools 11. So I've developed a way to basically get the same functionality using the bundled channel strip plugin. We'll need 2 instances and a bit of routing, and I'll show you how to do that. The first thing we want to do is render some tone. This is 1 kilohertz tone at negative 20 decibels, and I just rendered it on a track, and here you can see I actually looped it out. So the original, if we just make a selection, and then on Windows we can go Shift, Windows, Alt, and 3. Oops, that's the wrong 3. Shift, Windows, Alt, and 3 above your ASCII keyboard, not on the numpad. That'll render the tone. And then, of course, you can loop it out. The idea is you loop it out for the entire length of your session here. So this will act as a key input, and I'll show you how this works. So this tone here is going out bus 1. And our first instance of channel strip here, I've hidden and disabled the other parts of it except for dynamics. First off, the key input here matches that. And then we go into the sidechain tab here, and our source is going to be key. So now this compressor is going to use the generated tone to trigger the gain reduction circuit. So all we have to do is go over to the compressor limiter tab here, set the threshold below the level of which the tone will come through. So here we have negative 36.8, which is below negative 20. So that means while the transport is running, as long as you have extended this throughout the entire session, it's going to duck your talkback signal by more than 100 decibels. Now, this isn't perfect. I've run into some funky behavior here, but, you know, it happens. So I'll demonstrate that for you. Here you're going to witness the input level of my microphone, which will be the talkback mic. That's coming in on this channel here, fed by my microphone. The output in your session, you're going to want to go to either an unused output and then use a send to go to the Q sends, or you can output directly to the sends. It's up to you. So I'll demonstrate that while the transport is running and this tone is playing back, that you will not hear my microphone. So keep your eye on this level and notice you won't hear anything. Okay, so you can see this red dot represents the key signal here that exceeded the threshold, and it will always exceed the threshold given that it's, you know, about 19 decibels above. So that'll handle the tape op part of it. And now we're going to move on to the other function of the talkback, which the plugin mutes it if it exceeds a certain level to prevent feedback from ruining everybody's day. So the way we do it is basically a mirror image of our first, excuse me, but this time there's no key input. We are going to use our mic signal to trigger the gain reduction circuit on our mic. So here I set the threshold to just above where my voice is at a conversational level. And you know, for both of these you want low attack. I put it at 1 second release just so that it doesn't pop in too quick after the transport stops and after the gain is exceeded. Forget about knee. We have both ratios at 0 to 1. And the depth here is all the way counterclockwise. Supposed to trigger, you know, more than 100 decibels of gain reduction once that threshold is increased. And I can demonstrate that for you by whistling into my microphone to simulate feedback. And you'll notice that a bit of the signal remains, and I'm not quite sure why that is. But anyway, here goes. So given that this level is right above where my conversational voice is, even if I yell into the mic, it's going to cut down. So you won't have to worry about offending your artist's ears with your cue mix and potentially making them angry because you ruined their hearing for the day. Anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I hope they actually do release the plugin in 64-bit AAX, but until they do, here's a small workaround. Now, let's go over some additional details here. Commonly, you're going to be soloing and muting things in the control room while the artist is out there, and you don't want to defeat this set of plugins. So what you can do is, actually I've already done it here, what you want to do is defeat the solo here. So we want to solo isolate by pressing Control and clicking the solo. For Mac, actually that might be Command and clicking the solo. I can't quite remember. Anyway, I'm on Windows, so there you go. And additionally, what you can do is actually hide these, and they'll still remain active as long as you don't click Hide and Make Inactive. If you want to see them again, just, pop out your tracks view here and click the little bullets, and they will come right back. So there you go. I think it's a pretty good workaround considering it's free and you have everything you need already. So yeah, let me know if this helps, and thanks for watching.